Alright, today we are going to work on setting up a basic teacher website that you can leave because it'll have pretty much what you need for the basic site, or you can add to it. You should be logged into your Google account, and you should be on the Sites app. So it's really easy to find the Sites app. It's just like finding Drive or Gmail. If you're logged into Google, just click your Apps box and select Sites. And you should come to a page that looks like this. That top site right there is a template of your school district site. That you really don't need that because that has way more than you need for a basic teacher site. So we're going to go to the Create button, and you're going to click the Create button here, and I would name your site your name, Ms. Mitchell's website. Okay, and we're doing a really basic site. We're just going to go to the Select a Theme button down here at the bottom, and we can scroll down, and you can select one of Google's themes that you want to use for this. I'm just going to select Rounders because I kind of like the way that looks. And then once you select your theme, you're going to click Create. Sorry, my internet's moving kind of slow today. Alright, and so once we get that done, your district is pushing down, it looks like a Woden icon, which is kind of cool, so that's good. And you have the first page of your website, which would be the home page. That's why right over here it says Home. Okay, so we want to edit this home page. So to edit things in Google Sites, you click the pencil button. And right now you have like a title line. So I always like to change that to Welcome rather than Home because it's kind of boring. And for a basic site, just to get usually what parents are interested in, this is a one text box layout. So I'm going to go up here to Layouts, and I'm going to choose this 3 column that has a top box and a bottom box. And I'm going to click it. Okay. And then down here in this box, you can type like a little welcome message to whoever's going to visit your site. So you can say something like, "Thank you for visiting." Alright. Whatever you want to put there. Not going to spend too much time on it. And then in the first box here, this is going to be where we put an image. I know that some people don't like pictures of themselves. But research shows that parents like to have an image of the teacher just to be more familiar with them. So it's a good thing to have your image here. So that'll be the first thing we put. Now hopefully you have an image saved somewhere where you can access it. I have an image saved on my desktop of this computer that I'm using. But if you don't, I can give you direct help if you need to. But you need to have an image saved somewhere of yourself that you can insert. So click in the text box, and you're going to go to Insert an Image, and then you'll have to upload the image. So you'll go to Upload, and my image is on my desktop, and I think it's called, Me and Jasper, which was my little chihuahua that passed away sadly, but I still like to put his picture on here. And there we are. And then you can upload, this is where you would upload images that you use in your site. So if there's more than one, you would have to click it to select it, and that yellow box is going to come on, and you'll say OK. And this is like way too big. So if you click the image and you see these, you're going to want to click the S for small. And I'm going to leave it to be aligned left. You could put it in the middle or over to the side, whatever, but I'm going to leave it aligned left right there. And then underneath it, I'm going to put my name, Mrs. Mitchell. And then I'm going to put what I teach, 7th grade science. And underneath it, I'm going to put, I don't have in my classroom, I don't have a personal phone, so I'm just going to put the schools. those are some facts that parents want to know, pretty quickly about you. If they're on your website, more than likely they're trying to contact you. I'm just gonna put a space there. So they want that kind of information. Now, I want to make this writing bigger so I can select it and go up here to the top. And this would be where you could change the font or whatever. A note on changing the font and stuff, I usually tell teachers to not change the font a lot once you pick a theme, because if you do that, unless you go into the theme settings and change it for everything, then you'd have to change it for every page to make it look the same. But it's totally up to you. I just, website editing rules tell us that you want to keep a consistent theme throughout your website. Alright, so now I have this. The next column over here, usually parents want to know your classroom expectations. So that's another thing that I tell teachers that they really need to include on their homepage, actually, so that up front you get the picture of what the expectations in your classroom are. Okay, and here are my class rules. I paused and copied and pasted them so you didn't have to watch me type. And if you want to steal these class rules, please feel free, because I stole them myself from a workshop I went to years ago. And I find that they pretty much cover anything that children can do in the classroom. So again, once you get your rules typed out, I'm going to go in and mess with the sizing, just to make it look better. So there are my classroom expectations. Another thing that parents are interested in are supplies. They want to know, what does my kid need to know for, or what does my kid need to have for your class. So I'm just going to highlight that and hit Control-C to copy it, and then Control-V. And then I'm going to change classroom supplies. And in my room, supplies are really easy. Okay, so again, I paused. There are my supplies that kids need for my class. And at this point, I'm going to show you how you could insert an image into this little box here. Because sometimes teachers want to make it cute and pretty. So I'll show you how to do that. So let's say that I wanted to insert a picture of a composition notebook, because kids every year will bring spirals instead of composition books, which are not good for a science journal because they tear. So I'm going to open up a new tab, and I'm going to go to Google Images, and I'm going to search for composition notebook. And this one right here looks good. So I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to right click. And I'm going to save that image because I want to upload it, remember, to my Google account. Ooh, my computer's moving slow. Save image as. Okay, so let's try it again. Save image as. There we go. And I'm just going to save this on my desktop so I can delete it later. Composition notebook. And then I'm going to go back to my site, and I'm going to, again, I want to put that image here, so I'm going to go insert an image, and I'm going to upload it from my desktop. Okay, and then when your box pops up, you're going to go to desktop, and then there it is, composition notebook, where I saved it, and I'm going to open that, and it will upload. There we go. So remember, I told you when you upload pictures, they'll all be here. So when you want to put one, you select it and the yellow boxes around it, and I say OK. And again, it is huge, so I'm going to say small. And there is a picture of a composition notebook in my website. And again, when you click here, you can move it to the middle, kind of play around with it however you think it looks nice. There. And in the bottom box, we're going to put a little gadget for a contact form. This is a little form that parents can use to send you an email. So we're going to go click in this bottom box, and we're going to go insert. Oops, sorry. And then under gadgets, you're going to click more gadgets. And your gadget page defaults to featured gadgets. We don't really want to use a featured gadget today, so I'm going to go to public, which means we can use them. And in the search box, I'm going to type contact form and search. And then we're going to use this contact form, but here's where you have to be careful. Sometimes there will be, if I scroll down, I'll show you many versions of the same gadget. That's because they do updates and they'll release them and it shows up like this. So you have to be careful. Like if you find a gadget you want to use and you put it on your site and it won't work, a good place to start is to go back to the gadget page and see if there's another version of that. I know for a fact that this one's the third one down, because I've tested it, is the one that will work. So go to the third one down, okay, and then you'll hit select the gadget. And then at this point you will have to type in your email. That's going to be your Gmail address. Mine for this is trainer@wodenisc.org. And then you can leave the width the same 100%. And then on height, you're going to want to change that to 200%. I know that just from experience of working with this gadget that it won't all show up unless you do 200. And you can see how it's going to look if you click preview. So on your page, this is what it's going to look like, and it's just a place for your parents to type in their info just to send a quick email to you. The only thing I don't like about this gadget is it says organization name, which it's because it's a free gadget and it was designed for business. It asks for organization name. Most parents will leave that blank when they're filling it out. So anyway, it doesn't really cause a problem, but that's why it says that. Okay, and then we click OK. And then it shows up like this because remember we're in edit. But if we click save like this, then it will show you what it looks like. So there is a pretty good basic home page for you to use when you're setting up your website.